Alright guys, welcome back to another episode 40. We are in the naughty 40s now. Wow, I can't believe we've punched out that many episodes in a short amount of time, but pretty exciting times ahead. This episode we are talking about a new rooftop bar that's just opened up here in Auckland City. We've been lucky enough to go to a few rooftop bars during our travels. We went to a really awesome one in Kuala Lumpur. Daz and I checked out the helipad, but hey, we thought we'd just showcase what Auckland has to offer. But before we get underway, we've got another travel talk segment. We had some good feedback from our first one, from the last episode. So today we are talking to a travel couple who are based here in Auckland. Let's get underway. Alright guys, welcome back to another segment of Travel Talk. We are with a travel couple based here in Auckland, New Zealand, Chloe and Ludvig. Introduce yourself guys, where you from, what do you do?
Hello, my name's Chloe and I'm from New Zealand, as you can probably tell by my very Kiwi accent. And I am here with Ludvig, my lovely fiance.
That's me.
Who is from?
Sweden.
That's right, and we now live here in Auckland together.
On our bucket list is visiting Sweden within the next 12 months, we hope. Alright, one of the questions we do love to ask is, what is on the travel wish list for this year, guys?
Ooh.
For this year?
This year. What is on the travel wish list is also something that we're physically doing. It's not just a wish, and that's Antarctica.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm pretty darn excited for that. It's on both of our wish lists, and we didn't think it was going to come around this fast, but we luckily have two friends that really want to do it with us, so they decided it's this year. So that's happening.
Sounds like it's happening, yeah?
Ludvig has quite a big dream on his travel bucket list.
I want to go to space.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's my bucket list right there.
So we might have a Mars vlog coming up shortly.
Wow, pretty exciting. On Antarctica, funny story, I had a guy, a good mate of mine, and he jumped in a plane and the tour, I think it was for about maybe 8 hours, and it literally flew over Antarctica. It left from Brisbane and it flew over. Adam, if you're watching this, that was a cool little tour you did, but yeah, and
cool.
That's the first person I know who's actually been to Antarctica.
Oh, yeah.
Some pretty cool photos. Yeah, I don't know how much he paid, but I know basically he just stayed in the plane the whole time, so yeah.
Nice, that would be incredible just to fly over it.
Yeah.
Alright, so anyone coming to New Zealand, we're going to ask Chloe and Ludvig their recommendations, whether you're coming here for a week or two or a month, North Island or South Island. What do you recommend, guys?
South Island.
But the North Island is still incredible. You do have that little bit longer, both islands. Limited amount of time, South Island.
Depends on your activities as well, I guess.
Yeah, definitely.
Me personally, I prefer the South Island just for all the hikes and
Yeah.
the sports, the mountains.
Yeah. It is absolutely stunning. Yeah, gorgeous for hiking, swimming, amazing food everywhere you go. Yeah.
That's the whole country.
Yeah.
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 And good coffee everywhere.
Good coffee, guaranteed.
Definitely.
Even at the gas stations. Toilets everywhere, so going on road trips is perfect. You're always going to find nice facilities no matter where you go.
Yep,
And they're
agree.
free.
Yeah, and free.
Yep.
Yeah, which isn't often you see that in places like Europe.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon.
Alright, the second part to this question is favourite place here in New Zealand on the North Island and favourite place on the South Island.
I can take the north.
Yeah.
Hands down, okay, it's a bit of a tie for the North Island. Tongariro National Park, which is where you can do the insanely beautiful hike. It looks like Mars. You'll see the beautiful turquoise lakes at the top. Stunning if you like hiking, 100%. And then that's a tie with Piha Beach, one of the beautiful West Coast beaches, sort of up the middle or upper middle North Island. Stunning.
There's an amazing waterfall there. Is it Kitty
Yeah,
Waterfalls?
yeah. Yeah.
Beautiful, yeah.
We went there
Stunning.
a couple of weeks ago. It's actually closed.
Yeah,
Yep.
due to
There's a lot of
Gabrielle.
I heard about that,
Yeah.
yep.
If you do go there and Kitty Falls is still closed, highly recommend the Mercer Bay Loop walk. It's beautiful. It's up a little bit higher. You'll get the most beautiful views of the whole area. Stunning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
South Island would say Mount Cook. Is that a national park?
Mount Cook National Park.
Yes,
Yeah.
yep,
Cook
it is,
National
yeah.
Park, yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's the one.
Amazing.
Yeah.
I haven't done Mount Cook yet.
Definitely worth a visit.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, anywhere in the South Island, beautiful, guys.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
Yeah, you can't go wrong down there.
I guess too, another thing, just talking on the North Island, if you guys are into geothermal walks, Rotorua.
Oh.
Yeah, I just took my brother there from Townsville. He came over from North Queensland, so he hasn't seen too much. I took him there, and amazing. He's like, he'd come back, and I said, you wait till you go to the South Island.
Yeah.
Another world.
I think when Ludvig first came over from Sweden, never been to New Zealand before, I think I took him straight to one of those geothermal mud pools,
Oh.
Yeah.
and he'd never seen anything like it before, like
Wow.
bubbling mud that smells like farts.
Yeah.
And he was
Pretty
like,
much.
what is this place? I like it.
Remind me of home.
Oh, too good. All right, next we talk about travel stories. Can be good or bad.
Mine is bad, I would say. So I was living in Paris. I was working as a nanny, and I was about to leave Paris to fly back to New Zealand, and I had a huge, gigantic suitcase with all of my belongings. I went to the underground or the train station, and they're little gates that you go through, really, really tiny and narrow, and it just was not working for me when I was trying to pick my card to get through, and it kind of jammed, and I got through with my body, but my suitcase got stuck behind me, and there was an absolutely gigantic line of people. It couldn't have been a busier train station. So I was yanking my big pack, trying to get it out of the gate, and it just completely ripped apart, and all of my undies, my bras, tampons, everything fell out all over the train station floor, and that was pretty mortifying. Yeah.
Hopefully the guys who are around helped you out. Wow.
There was a military man standing behind me,
Yeah,
and he was
yeah.
picking up my things
Oh my
and helping
goodness.
me.
Wow.
So, yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
far out.
So that came to mind, yeah.
Okay.
Jesus, yeah. It's funny, I've actually seen something similar to that, yeah, at an airport, yeah.
If that had happened to someone in front of me, I would crack up laughing.
Oh my
So if
goodness,
anyone
yeah.
did, I
Yeah.
don't blame them.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right, Luke, did you have one?
Can you beat
No,
that?
yeah, I can actually, but that's not my experience. It's more of a you experience.
Oh,
Because I personally have never missed a flight, but someone else has.
oh my gosh, I didn't even think about it.
What happened
Another
there?
story.
Yeah, what happened there, Chloe?
So, Ludvig moved to Canada. He had to go and start his job and get there to work about 7 months before I was going to go there. I had commitments here in New Zealand. So I was finishing up those commitments, and then my plan was to head off to Canada. However, the huge dream of mine was to fly in business class for the first time ever. So I saved up a bunch of Air New Zealand air points, saved up a bunch of travel money to kind of afford this one way or another. But when I was looking at flights from Auckland to Vancouver, they were about the exact same price as a one-way business class flight from Auckland to London, but double or triple the time, with time in the lounge in between. So I just thought, what the heck? This was post-COVID, so I had a bunch of friends in sort of the UK that I wanted to visit. So I thought, okay, to get to Ludvig over in Canada, I'll fly to London, hang out with some friends in the UK, and then fly to Canada from there. So I booked Singapore Airlines business class.
Oof, wow.
And it wasn't so bad using air points. And I had it set literally about 6 months in advance. I was so excited, and I was telling everybody and getting so excited. And then one morning, the morning of my flight, I went to hot yoga class. 90-minute hot yoga class. We were doing the savasana at the end, where you're just kind of lying down for 10 whole minutes in silence, and suddenly my heart started racing. And I was like, hang on. Like the 18th of December at 12:30 a.m.
Wow.
And that was my flight. And I was like, hang on, that's last night. You know when there's an awkward flight past midnight, but you think it's that night, but it's actually
the night before,
You know what I mean? And so I was lying in yoga, and then I realized that my flight was probably gone. So I quickly hopped out of yoga class, checked my Air New Zealand app, and it had said departed. And there was my business class flight, and like $4,000
Oh my
gone.
goodness. Oh wow. Well, hopefully you guys get to reorganize that, or was it kind of...
After about 4 hours, no less, sitting on the phone with Air New Zealand.
Oh my goodness.
I got to go on another one for another grand.
At least you got there. That is the main thing.
That was horrible.
That's cool. All right, to round this one up, we are asking the guys their top 3 destinations around the world, and why number 1.
Okay, should we go number 3 is Greenland?
Okay.
Okay, number 3 is Greenland. We did a transatlantic cruise from Copenhagen to Boston, Iceland, Norway, Greenland, and it was just so surreal to be in Greenland, a place that we never thought we'd ever step foot in. And yeah, we are definitely going to head back there to discover more of it because it only piqued our interest more, I'd say.
Definitely.
Number 2, I'm going to say our Indian Pacific train ride.
For you,
Oh, what's yours?
I don't know. I can't narrow it down.
I'm going to say for me, the Indian Pacific train ride across the whole of Australia, taking us from
Very
Sydney
cool.
to Perth.
Amazing.
I love trains. Ludvig likes to come on them once a year.
Yeah.
That's why it's not his number 2.
Once every 2 years.
Yeah.
Every 2
That's what we
years.
said.
Likes the faster route.
Yeah.
That was incredible. Just the amount of luxury and the beautiful food, the service, everything on
I
that
bet.
train was just impeccable. I can highly recommend.
Amazing.
And then I have to say, number 1, it's not so much a destination again, but another train ride was my Amtrak train journey from San Francisco to New York by myself across the states.
We'll link the video, guys, who are watching that. Amazing, yeah.
Yeah, and I think that was particularly, it stood out for me, not so much the destination in itself, but the experience. I did it by myself. I think it was my first proper big trip all by myself, and I felt such a sense of pride doing it by myself without Ludvig, and also filming it for the first time by myself, and I think, yeah, it was just a really magical experience.
That makes sense.
Hey, what's your first one, Ludvig?
I think just my favorite would be based on experience-wise would be North America because that's where we met.
Amazing.
Also where we got engaged.
Very
Yeah.
cool.
And we lived for what, 4 years
Yeah.
altogether?
Yeah. So we have a bunch
Yeah,
of videos on North America, but I think that place as a whole is probably a very special destination for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely, yeah. We've been there, done a bit of California, but for Dara and I, we'd love to go. She spent time in San Francisco and stuff.
Yeah.
We'd like to go back again. It's beautiful national parks there. The whole country is just massive exploring cave, isn't it? Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. Awesome, guys. Great to hear a few stories here from Chloe and Ludvig. Thanks for your time, guys.
Thank you.
Amazing. There you go, guys. Gets you in the mood to travel when you talk to these guys. We'll link their channel. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Look through the looking glass, where feelings are much larger than they may appear. 'Cause nothing is good can last now. At least that's what I tell myself out of fear.
Well, I hope you guys aren't afraid of heights. We're 38 stories high here at Bar Albert, one of Auckland's new Skytop bars. The views are amazing. You see the Sky Tower, especially at sunset. Wow.
Look through the looking glass, where feelings are much larger than they may appear. 'Cause nothing is good can last now. At least that's what I tell myself out of fear.
All right, guys, we are catching what's left of the sunset. Absolutely amazing day. Great to catch up with Chloe and Ludvig and chat a little bit on travel time. Great to hear those stories. And then spend the afternoon at Bar Albert, 38 levels high. Absolutely amazing views, beautiful sunset. Hey, it's a good way to end the last day of summer. Today is officially the last day of summer. We move into autumn. So be sure to like and subscribe, guys. We've got plenty more coming, especially on the travel talk. We've got a bit of a list of people who we're going to interview, talk to in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate the support.